Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be a review for issue 62 of Warhammer Stormbringer. We get 2 paints in this, so let's put the paints aside, throw that on the floor. Right, what do we got? So we get 2 paints, White Scar and Cyberite Green. And here we go, the anatomy of an Uruk. So this is what? This is just some background fluff for our red section. To fight the foe, we must understand the foe. I, Herman Splott, great name, have therefore dedicated these last 24 years to the study of the enemies of Sigmar, gathering what scraps of information I can. There you go. So background fluff on Uruks. Then we have, for our grey section, Crusade goals. So a D6 rolling chart for Crusade tactics. And a D6 rolling chart for mortal enemy. So let's have a look. What do we got? We've got 1. This city of Sigmar has decided to take the fight directly to the enemy. They have massed a huge army and are planning to march out of the city to confront the foe in open battle, no matter the cost. This city of Sigmar has identified weaknesses in the enemy's supply lines and are attacking them from all angles, grinding down their morale by preventing them from getting food and weapons. 3. This city of Sigmar relies on its adept magics users to shield the city from harm. They are on constant watch, ever ready to blast any enemies who dare come within spell-casting distance of the city walls. 4. This city of Sigmar has expanded out into the surrounding landscape, building fortified outposts in a great defensive ring around the city to prevent any incursions into their territory. 5. This city of Sigmar has allied with another great army of order. The generals have been plotting for months and they are nearly ready to spring their trap and catch the enemy between the 2 armies, crushing them into dust. 6. This city of Sigmar has fortified itself against the enemy and is waiting for the foe to attack. When they do, the defenders will fire missiles, rocks and oil down from the walls of the city. And then mortal enemy. So Night Haunt, you've either got Night Haunt, Slaves to Darkness, Skaven, Fleshy Cause, Sons of Behemat and Soulblight Gravelords down there. And 1 is this city of Sigmar has been disturbed by the souls of the dead since its founding and must ever battle the presence of damned spirits and Night Haunt ghosts. 2. This city of Sigmar's presence is seen as a personal insult by the leader of a nearby warband of chaos worshippers, and the city is often attacked by the followers of the dark gods. 3. This city of Sigmar was founded over a network of tunnels and the verminous forces of the Skaven infiltrate the city under the cover of darkness. Yeah, that's very rat-like, isn't it? 4. This city of Sigmar was built in lands that the deranged flesh-eater courts believed to be the elite of a holy monastery, and the city must be ever watchful for flesh-eater assaults. 5. This city of Sigmar was founded near the lair of a mighty Gargant, and he was so incensed with this intrusion that he has encouraged his family to attack travellers moving to and from the city. And then 6, this city of Sigmar was founded near the castle of a powerful Soulblight Brave Lord who often sends their servants out to attack the city and burn the fields around it. So there you go. Cool. War goals, we've got some war tactics here. D6 rolling chart. So get your orcs ready for battle. And then their mortal enemies. So essentially the same sort of thing as the cities, Crusade goals, city Cities of Sigmar called goals, but for the enemy. Then we're into painting techniques. This is highlighting. So, yeah, tips there on how to do your highlighting. So, a bit of edge highlighting. So, using the side of the brush, using the tip of the brush. Highlighting with metallics, painting faces. That's a handy little tutorial for people. I hate painting faces. I try and avoid it wherever I can. White Scar and Cyberite Green. So these are just on minis that we've painted so far. What you're going to be using the White Scar for, and then what the Cyberite Green is going to be used for. And then there's a gallery of some of the models. So, E, Destruction Tactics, number 9, Sneaky Snufflers. So, they are pro support and many attacks, but they are fragile in the con section. Squig Herd, high damage and durability for the pros, and then the cons is no commands. Squig Herds are poorly controlled and they cannot receive commands. There you go. Flame of Fury, Ashes to Ashes. This is our battle plan, number 2. Alliance of Order. So here we go. The forces of Order have massed this side of the Realm Gate, ready to take on all comers, but the forces of destruction are close behind them, leaving nothing to chance. Order have converged on an ash plain opposite the foe. If they win, they will beat back the forces of destruction and start exploring the new realm unhindered. If they lose, destruction will gain in strength and dog their steps as they venture out. So you're taking 3 heroes and 5 troops choices. And for the Alliance of Destruction, the forces of destruction have sent more troops to the new realm and they pursued the forces of Order. Now the two sides face off across a dusty ash-covered plain. If they win, they will establish a stronghold near the gate to stage raids on the Order army as they explore the realm. If Destruction lose, they will have to rely on mounting their initial attacks through the gate to cause havoc and disrupt the plans of the Order generals. And the army list is the same, 3 heroes and 5 troops. So we are using all 4 of the battle mats in a quad formation. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're deploying on each of the short table edges, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 in a diamond pattern objective markers. So there, mustering for battle, and then you've got Ian and Eve's playthrough breakdown. We have a Scrag Grot, the Loon King in issue 64, and an Archanaut Admiral in issue 63 coming up. So let's have a look at our paint. Come down. Oops. So White Scar, yeah, it's a layer paint. I only use this as a final highlight on stuff that I'm painting white. I quite often come in and use Ulthuan Grey as a base coat, and then I can't remember what the other white paint is off the top of my head. But Cyberite Green, I've used this on Krondis. It's quite a nice green, I'm not going to lie. As greens go, it's quite a nice green. They're a good addition to have in your box, and I know again I'm gonna come to the point where people turn around and say that 2 paints aren't worth it as an issue. Again, if I want to order 2 paints, it's going to be the cost of 2 paints plus postage from GW, because, you know, unless I have it delivered to store. But then if I have it delivered to store, it's a £4 return trip on the bus for me. So yeah, getting 2 paints in the post, you know, free of delivery charge is a bonus as far as I'm concerned. Looking at, you know, what you will outlay in going to get your paint, basically, if you decide to buy cheap. I mean, even if I went to even if I went to the local comic book store that's in my area, you know, I could ask them to get paints in, but they tend not to. They have a very limited supply of paints. I'd probably say that they only have about 30 paints on their small shop stand for GW products. And they, again, that because of their size, they don't offer any discount on the paint. And then there's another one which is in walking distance from me, but I don't know what their policy is on paint discount. And again, I haven't seen the full range in their store. So yeah, there are options. I mean, I could go to the local Entoyment store, which is in Poole, but again, that's going to be a considerable journey on the bus just to get paints at a discount. So that's how I feel about these paint issues. I know a lot of people seem to, or prefer to have like 3 paints and then they think it's worth it. But when I look at the bigger picture and what would be entailed in getting like going out and just getting 2 paints, these paint issues aren't worth it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that and my little ramble, and I will hopefully speak to you soon. All right, take care. Bye bye.